Today we're talking Nebraska wide receiver Trey Palmer. We're going to dive into his background and college career, discuss the positives and negatives in his prospect profile, and we're going to take a look at his dynasty outlook and if and where you should target him in your rookie drafts. Trey Palmer is a wide receiver out of Nebraska. He's a senior. He's 22 years old. He's listed at 6 feet, 192 pounds. Trey Palmer was a standout in both football and track and field at Kentwood High School in Louisiana. He showed off his speed by winning the 100-meter state title as a senior and the state championship 4 times in the 200-meter, in which he set the state record as a senior. And the winning continued on the football side as well, as he helped his team to a state title in 2018 on the back of his 1,000-yard receiving season. Palmer's blazing speed caught the eye of college scouts. He was regarded as a 5-star recruit and was ranked as the number 20 prospect in the nation by rivals. The offers came flowing in from Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona State, Auburn, Florida, Florida State, Michigan, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Texas, and on and on and on. Palmer chose LSU, where he joined a wide receiver room headed by Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Terrace Marshall. As a result, he wasn't involved much during his freshman season, catching just 1 ball for 6 yards. He did have a punt return touchdown, though. It wasn't much better in 2020 when he caught 10 passes for 108 yards. Again, he did continue to be involved on special teams, totaling 249 return yards with a kickoff return for a touchdown. The opportunities opened up a little bit for Palmer in 2021, though he was still not a focal point of the offense. He caught 30 passes for 344 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ahead of the 2022 campaign, Trey Palmer opted to transfer to Nebraska, where he would have an opportunity to be the team's number 1 wide receiver. He took full advantage and pulled down 71 receptions for 1,043 yards and 9 touchdowns. His 71 receptions were the most by a wide receiver in school history. He also set the Nebraska record for the most receiving yards in a single season, and his 237-yard performance against Purdue was the most in a single game in program history. And all of that was enough to earn second-team All Big Ten honors. But let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Trey Palmer's profile. The first is his speed. He ran a 4.33 at the NFL Combine, which was the fastest time among all the wide receivers. So it's no surprise that he wins consistently on his vertical routes. He averaged 6 receptions per game in 2022. He also averaged 3.1 yards per team pass attempt. He accounted for 53% of the receiving touchdowns in the Nebraska offense. He had 5 rush attempts in 2022, and he had 45 career kick or punt returns, with 2 of them taken back to the house. We really pay attention to these wide receivers who produce in the run game and as returners on special teams. It indicates to us that the coaching staff has identified this player as one of the team's best playmakers, and they want to get him the football, and they want to get him more opportunities to touch the ball and to make plays. On the negative side, Trey Palmer has a slender frame, but he's not as thin as a lot of the other wide receivers in this class. It's such a tiny class this year. I wouldn't quite put Trey Palmer in that category. He spent 3 seasons in a reserve/complimentary role before breaking out in his 4th season after transferring schools. This one's tough. We really penalize guys who can't get on the field earlier in their careers. And the same goes for his age 21 breakout. We want to see these guys break out, have more productive seasons early on in their college careers. Trey Palmer has limited experience versus physical defenders. He ran a limited array of routes at Nebraska. He mostly played from the slot, though I do expect him to transition to the outside in the NFL, but that's part of the problem here. He doesn't have a lot of experience in his projected NFL role. He lacks some agility and quickness to his game, and he doesn't win enough in contested catch situations. For archetype, Trey Palmer is a speed wide receiver. I'm struggling with NFL comp. If you have a good NFL comp, let me know in the comments. I need help with this one. In my NFL draft projection, I'm expecting Trey Palmer to come off the board sometime probably in the 4th round of the NFL draft. The bottom line is, it took a long time, but Trey Palmer finally got his shot in 2022. He took full advantage, showing off his speed to consistently win on his routes down the field. And he did so while commanding targets at a high volume. While we have to knock him for not being able to crack the lineup at LSU, we also have to consider the studs that he played with. Luckily, he was able to show off his skills in the return game while he waited his chance. He turned his opportunity into a record-setting season at Nebraska and became a legitimate NFL prospect. With his track speed and ability to win vertically, Trey Palmer projects as a field stretcher at the next level. But he will be boxed into that one-dimensional role unless he can develop his route tree, gain more reps on the outside versus physical defenders, and improve his win rate in contested situations. If he can do that, he will become a complementary weapon who can deliver splash plays. Palmer would be best fit in an offense that relies on chunk plays and vertical passing. He will likely hear his name called sometime in the 4th round of the NFL draft, and in Dynasty, he's a good sleeper pick in the 3rd round of your rookie drafts. Trey Palmer is a wide receiver out of Nebraska. I went to Nebraska.